Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. You're at the spot, the place, where the conversation is pointed, the guests are sharp, and the responses are never dull. Did you bring your thinking caps? It's time to put them on, because the conversation starts now.
Hello, brains.
Yeah. Welcome to On the Edge with April Mahoney Brains. How you doing today? Are you reaching for your highest and greatest good? I'm counting on you. Because I went all the way to Utah again. Yes, I was there and now I'm back again. But this time I'm with Dan Hoover. Dan's a former guest on my show, and I just love talking to him. He's just real cool people. And
You're nice.
he's been through some trials and tribulations from the last time we talked with his coaching journey. So we're gonna talk about the real deal on coaches, and then there's some that are still sitting on the bench, and there's some that's still waiting to be selected, and they don't really realize that you are holding somebody's life in the palm of your hands. How do you pick a coach? Who coaches the coach? And there's some people that just aren't coachable. What do we do with that bunch? So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to talk about this great place he lives called Eden in Utah. Eden.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Let's welcome him to the show. Hi, Dan. Welcome back.
Hi, April. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I think that you are just a really great conversationalist. You're super smart. You've been there, done that, and got the souvenirs, right?
Oh, well, you're so kind. But yeah, I've been through a few things. I have a couple souvenirs. That's right.
Yeah. So tell my brains, remind them a little bit about you and how you show up in the world.
Well, I show up several ways, but primarily I'm a coach. Some people would call me a life coach. Some would call me a manifestation coach, a law of
Mm,
attraction, a principles of the universe coach.
mm.
I teach people how to use their mind and the power of their mind to get what they desire next in life. That's really what I'm focused on. And I've been doing that for quite a while, 6, 7 years, almost full time. I do have a couple side hustles I play with. We could talk about that later if you want, but I focus on helping people get what they want in life, helping them achieve big goals and transition from where they are to where they want to be.
Okay, so how'd you get so lucky? How did you get the pixie dust?
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I'm blessed.
Mm.
I'm blessed. Nothing brings me greater the joy than to see people's eyes when they awaken, when their awareness is raised to they now see a little bit clearer how life works. I don't think it's crystal clear for any of us as long as we're here on earth, but when people start to see the light and start to have different experiences in their life that really please them, that is thrilling to me.
It's thrilling to me too when I have them.
Yeah,
I claim my own, but you know what? I'm telling you, Dan, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit deeper too. I
sure.
had to pull back a little bit because I was getting too deep into it. I was feeling like I was being not manipulated, not brainwashed. I don't know what it was, but the downloads were coming, and they
You're,
were coming with rapid fire. And I
yeah.
talked to the Father and I said, you know, God, can you slow this down? I said, because this is going faster than I can process it. And you know what he said to me? He
What?
calls me baby. He
Hmm.
said, baby, I'm giving you all the pieces, all of them. He says, because I want to see what you're going to do with it. Are
Yeah.
you going to love it? Are you going to nurture it? Are you going to pay it forward? Are you going to be grateful? Are you going to utilize it, or are you going to manipulate it? Are you going to try to control it? Are you going to be deceitful? And
Yeah.
then after I observe, I will put the pieces together. I'm telling you, I got goose pimples right now just thinking about it.
Yeah.
He's putting, we talked about it in the green room. He's
Yep.
putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
And so, sometimes with these downloads and this mindset mastery, because people are stuck in a mindset, they need to move forward with consciousness. Am I right?
You are absolutely right.
They get
And
so fixated on, oh, mindset or the word manifestation. You got to do some work. It's more than just putting a bunch of words and pictures on a post it board. you got to be in it to win it.
Well, of course. And everything has already been created.
Mm, mm, mm.
So people think of manifestation as they're going to go out and create something. Everything's already been created. It's already here.
And it's
It's
all
not,
made up. It's all a story.
it's all an illusion. It's about aligning with what it is that you desire. But
Wow.
you talk to the number one coach,
Hmm.
and that's part of my story. I mean, I was coaching probably for 5 or 6 years. I've been trained by Bob Proctor. I've been trained by Bruce
Mm.
Lipton, Joe Dispenza.
Oh God, in the room with Joe?
I have been in the room with Joe. I've been in the room with Tony Robbins. I've been in the room with a lot of people.
Wow.
And I feel blessed. Like I said, I've been blessed to be exposed to this information. But you know what? I talked to a lot of people that had a little pullback like you did. You called it a pullback. Say more about what that was for you.
Um, it
Sounds like a retreat from personal development.
no, it wasn't a retreatment, it was a stabilization.
Oh, good for you. That's great.
Okay, because what happens, it's like with anything, drugs, alcohol, sex, money, shopping, religion, you get off kilter. You get in it and you're going full throttle. Everything is looking wonderful.
Yeah.
And then you run into a bump in the road. That's like when I create a vision board. I put obstacles in there. You got to slow it down. You got to stabilize it. I got to be able to, it's like somebody that lost 100 pounds and you keep losing weight. When are you going to be able to stabilize? When are you going to be able to neutralize? And I caught myself, and I would be in meditations with Joe Dispenza in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, and I twitch. I knew at those points that it was tapping that subconscious mind. I mean, it was like with a needle, just pinpointed. And I was like, wow, this is just getting real heavy. Then the next day I would have the downloads in my own meditation. And I said, whoa, April, you got to get comfortable with this. It's a lot of undertaking. It's a lot of work. And you know that. It's heavy
Mhm.
lifting.
Well, if you keep saying it's a lot of work, it is. The words you say, the words you speak have a big impact on your results.
I
But
know.
I agree with you. People think it's easy. It's not that in my view, it's not that it's so much effort to do things. It's the journey it takes you through is
Right.
not always a smooth ride.
And it's an element of fear. I'm not going to lie.
Of course, it is an
I was
element of
I
fear.
was scared because I would ask the good Lord, uh, what's next? I
Yeah.
figured that I had accomplished all of my goals. I've been married 41 years. I'm relatively healthy. I'm happy. I travel. Got a podcast. I get to talk to Dan Hoover.
Well,
I'm living my best life right now, and I was
yeah.
afraid.
And aren't you blessed? Aren't you fortunate for that?
Right?
An entire group of people that I talk to that claim to have done the work, been exposed to the learning, and done all the things that you've done, yet they don't have results.
Mm,
So, how blessed are you that you're trying to slow down and stabilize? Some people can't seem to get out the gate,
mm.
you know? Um, so, there's a couple of camps out there. There are those like you who are fortunate enough to be very successful at bringing into their life what you desire, and it's coming so fast you feel like you need to stabilize.
Yeah.
Your word was pull back. But there's another group of people that have followed the protocols, listened to the gurus, read the books, gone to the courses, gone to the weekend seminars,
Hmm.
and they still have the same goals, same dreams, and haven't achieved them.
They
And they're not
have.
feeling like a pullback. They're feeling jaded. They're feeling like,
Okay, but let me ask you this.
sure.
Uh, do they really realize and are they grateful for what they have? That see, gratitude is that's part of the door. That's the entry door right there. Is the
If
gratitude.
they were, they'd have better results. But here's my, you want me to tell you what I really think is going on?
Yep.
What I really believe is going on is we need to recognize that we are all unique. We're brought here, we have a certain purpose, but we are uniquely associated and aligned with that purpose. We have unique experiences, unique programming. I'm certain you know what I mean when I say programming. We have unique paradigms. We have unique fears. We have unique goals. We have unique dreams about the future. And along comes someone like me, like Dan Hoover, who's going to coach someone. And typically, what they do is they share a process that worked for them. And I've been guilty of this in the past. I put together programs that taught people to do all the things I did to attract into my life, to align my being with what it is I desire, to bring it into my reality. Because it worked for me and I got so excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to share this with April. I got to share this with everybody. Everybody's got to know because, man, this is so great. But here's the deal, April. I am unique. What worked for me may not work for my clients, may not work for you. So a good coach would do what? It would, if it was possible, they would dive into all your programming, all your past, all your experiences, fully understand your dreams, everything about you, your traumas, and try and steer you down a path that would lead you to your desired outcomes.
Mm.
But guess what? No one's going to tolerate that kind of
Mm.
time investigation into who you are. So what I've come to realize is the one coach, you already said it, the one that knows you inside and out, knows everything about you is your inner being, your higher self. Call it what you want, the quantum field, God, right? All that is. If I was to coach someone today, I would say, don't follow my ritual for whatever it might be. Um, a certain visualization technique or a vision board or say these affirmations.
A
I
mind
would
movie.
Right, mind movies. I've got a mind movie. I mean, I did all that stuff. I would say to them, you need to get connected to the coach
Mm.
that knows you already. And that coach is your higher self.
But where people get this convoluted is, don't get me wrong, I love the Lord. Jesus Christ is the first person I could call on, okay?
Sure.
But I want to ascend to the Father, to the Alpha, okay? I want to go to where no man has gone before.
You want to go to
I
the
have
highest levels of awareness.
absolutely. Well, I can't say to the highest level again because I got to tread lightly, but I want to ascend. I want to grow there because again, for me, I want to adjust. I want to settle into it. I want to appreciate it. I want to be able to share it, and I want to be able to utilize it.
Hmm.
It's like having $1 billion and sitting there
Hmm.
letting it look at me. What am I going to do with it? That's why
Right.
God gave me what He gave me, those instructions, and said,
Yep.
I'm going to sit back and observe. And
Yep.
we have to be the not only the seeker, but we have to be the observer of our life. We have to
Of course.
stand from the outside and look inward. And people get it confused with the religious doctrine and the religious text.
Yes.
In my opinion, brains, get mad if you want to, but to me, religion is a form of brainwash and mind control. It,
You're
it's to
absolutely
keep
right.
it's to keep you in line,
Yeah. Well, it's to control you. It's to
right?
keep you in line is right.
But when you are dealing in the quantum, you feel like that helium balloon.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to tether you down because you were just out there, and I'm telling you, it is, as my kids would say, off the chain. I love
Off
it.
the chain.
I
I love it.
love
Yeah, that's exactly right. So quantum physics has taught us about the quantum field and what exists in the quantum field,
it. Mm, mm, mm.
the field of possibilities.
Yes, Lord.
What's contained in the field of possibilities? All possibilities.
Mm, mm, mm,
But here's what quantum physics is telling us today. It's not outside of you. You are the field.
mm,
You are the quantum field.
mhm.
But you're
Are the
exactly
energy.
right. You want to ascend because you want to be the observer of the experience.
Yes.
I mean, let's go really big picture. Why do you think we're here on Earth?
Uh, I thought it was for shit and giggles,
It
actually.
is. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Here's my analogy. Why do you go to the movie theater to watch a movie?
Mm,
You go there to feel the emotion of it. Most movies, in general, have a hero who has a bunch of challenges and it's all doom and gloom. And we're sitting in our seats, glued to the screen, waiting to see how he or she overcomes the challenges and becomes the hero. And you feel those emotions when you're sitting in the movie theater, right? If it's a good movie, if it's well produced, well directed, well acted, you feel it. I believe, big picture, we are here on earth. It's just like going to the movies. We are eternal beings of infinite intelligence, and we've come to earth school, and we've come here to learn and grow and experience the highs and lows, the challenges and overcoming the challenges that we weren't feeling before we got here.
mhm. Because
So
emotion is nothing but energy in motion.
that's right. Energy and motion. So we are energy. So I agree with what you said. You said I want to ascend and I want to be the observer of it. You want a front row seat in that movie theater and
That's how I feel.
you are the star of your movie.
Yeah.
But here's the deal, I contend. You not only did you come here to be in that movie of your life and to experience it, but you also have the opportunity in your human experience to be the director, the
Mm,
producer,
mm.
and the star of that movie.
And the cameraman.
Yeah, the cameraman.
We need a good angle and
You
good
need to,
lighting.
you need a good angle and you need to know where to point it. What do you want to see? What do you want to experience in life? I mean, the parallels are many in my humble opinion, but it'll all become clear to us when we fully ascend. When does that happen? You know, when we transition on, I think all the answers will become clear.
Do you think that we have to wait until
No,
this meat suit?
no, no. We don't have to wait. And that's what it's all about, right? Learning and growing, sharing with others, helping them understand what's possible for them, fully experiencing the movie. If you were going to write a movie, would you rather write Mission Impossible or Little House on the Prairie? I'm a Mission Impossible guy. I want
Yeah.
to be thrilled. I want to be excited. I want to have fun.
Hmm.
So yeah, you have choices to make, sister. You
Yeah,
can,
yeah. Well, that's why I gotta sit down. I'm a thinker. Okay.
yeah.
I'm a thinker, so I have to process it. I can't just go, you know, 60 going north. I have to pull over to the side and, deviate. I have to process it because I want to appreciate also the journey and the learning.
Yeah, well, isn't that why you're doing what you're doing?
That's why I'm talking to people like you. I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I tell people all the time, we are in a lunar vortex right now. We're in it. And
Yeah.
there's two places, and Utah, I found and I feel is one of them, and the other one is Australia.
Oh,
Portals to the
portals.
next are portals to the
Ah,
next ascension. Civilization is changing completely. We're
I
looking at sexual identity. These
oh,
kids, they don't want to be a male or a female. They want to be non-binary. So how does that work for you when you go to pee? That's what I want to know. Okay.
when
But
you were a kid, did that subject ever come up?
you know what? Actually, I would tell you, my parents was really cool because my parents took me to see Sojourner Truth, the first transgender. We went to
Okay.
the drive-in and saw the movie. And so it wasn't strange, but now it seems like the whole culture and species of individuals are popping up like dandelions.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot going on for
But
sure.
it is a part of the divine plan.
It is.
Look at how many people and children are neurodivergent.
Yes.
This is not just by happenstance. They're trapped in a space where
Yeah.
it is hard for us to communicate, identify, and it's hard for them to identify. It's too many. It's
Yeah.
way too many. Okay.
It's a spectrum.
The political. We can talk about that all day long, but see, that's a part of the distraction.
I'm not
It's
going
to
to talk
keep
about
you. It's to keep you distracted. When you can't do that, you can't stay in your lane. You don't know where you're going. If you're doing this, you're doing too much.
it.
And then we talked about the finance, the money,
Yeah.
cryptocurrency.
Yep.
It is a new world order, and it's not just about the exchange of currency. It's about the whole philosophy. It's about the central banking system. It's about, I mean, brains, I'm not a financial planner, but I got common sense. Check it out. It's way too popular. For the last 15 years, it's been going on. And then you look at the healthcare or
Yep.
lack thereof,
Yep.
social services, uh, fighting with our neighbors, the wars. These wars have been going on for centuries. They're not about to stop.
Nope.
So all of this is by design. And if you read the book of Revelations, it lays it out for you, brains. You can do what you want to do with it,
Yeah.
And so it is about an awareness. But I tell you, the people in Australia have been so kind to me. Oh, I could cry. That's like about 25-30% of my audience.
Oh, that's awesome.
They love a sister. Yes, they do. They seek me out.
And they're
And
a portal too in your mind.
they are a portal. When I flew from San Diego with Ellen
Yes.
DeGeneres to Australia, and I got over Tasmania, my mouth started to water, my eyes started to water, my body started to tremble. I felt the energy of all of those people, the indigenous people. That was one of the first places a civilization was recognized. The Aborigines has an extra chromosome. Something happened to me. I was scared to death.
Really?
I did not understand it. I told my husband, I said, well, what? Am I about to have the Holy Ghost? I said, they're going to put me in jail here.
Wow.
I was bobbing up and down. It was amazing. And I said, oh God, am I going to have to go through this on the way back? I did not understand it. But the more that I connect with individuals from that part of the region, that part of the world, and I start studying the quantum physics, again, it is the settling in. It is the awakening. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just stay in your lane, do what you need to do, stay focused because I know it is. And Utah did something to me too. I was only there for 3 days.
Okay.
And the people were so nice and kind, and the air was just so fresh. It was so light. It was beautiful. But there was something about that. And then, the experience with my friend, it was something about that that changed my frequency. And I've come
I
back
believe it.
and I'm on target. So, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I
But
do.
Brains, we just went off on a tangent, but I'm telling you, it was amazing. Now, you've been in the room with Joe Dispenza. Now,
Yeah.
I've taken his meditations. Like I said, sometimes I got to wake up in the middle of the night to, because when you go to sleep to it, it's really penetrating your mind. I wake up sometime, I got to turn it off.
I've done that. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, right. But
Hmm.
I was going to one of his 5-day seminars
Okay.
and I couldn't go because I hadn't taken the prerequisite. But
Oh, yeah.
I could not imagine how I would have felt being there for 5 days.
It was a
What is it like?
it's a high energy, high vibration experience for sure.
Wow.
I mean, it's hard to describe, but the people that go are their awareness is high, their vibration is high, their energy is high, and they know how to focus it.
Hmm.
They have the ability. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it on YouTube as well. You don't have to be there, but I've seen it where he's actually got people to meditate surrounding someone who has an ailment, a health issue, and focus on healing, and the person, kind of the person who's being, I'll say, targeted by the energy feels the shift, feels the change.
Mhm.
It's very powerful. But
It's
that there's
very
some
powerful.
serious people that are in his inner circle.
Yeah, and you know what they say too? They say, well, he's a warlock. Says a little hoo-hoo in there.
I
But,
never ever got that feeling.
but you know what? Mystics have been around before priests.
Oh my goodness, that is a fact. I
So
mean,
don't knock what you don't know.
yeah,
Everybody is not into the black magic.
no, but it's definitely a real thing. I've experienced it.
I have to. I
Yeah,
have to.
it freaked me out. It has freaked me out in the past.
Yeah. And that's
But
where I'm talking about that element of fear
yeah,
because it is being afraid of the unknown. You know, people say, feel the fear and do it anyway. The hell I will. I pump my brakes. No, if I see a big light coming, I don't know if it's a train or
well,
it's the light to my destiny. I slow down and I take my time. I'm not going to rush through it. If I'm pushed through it, if I have a divine order and instruction, I'm going full throttle. But if I'm not, I'm going to proceed with caution because, again, when you open up these portals, Dan, you know, like I know, all the energy that comes through is not always going to be good. There's a lot of deception in the world, there's a
there
lot
is a
of
lot of
evil in the
deception
world.
in the world. There is for sure. And Joe Dispenza and others like him have focused, I've noticed it for the last year, on your central nervous system
Yeah.
and your ability to remain calm
Mm.
and your ability to relax to the point that you create capacity.
Right.
And I think that capacity growth is our next step, our next evolution to prepare for the changes you're talking about that are coming.
Hmm.
If we're not prepared for that, we're going to flinch at everything that shows up instead of trying to learn from it, trying to understand it. I mean,
We've been programmed.
I know we've been
This is the
programmed.
only movie that we've seen.
I know, but there are new movies on the horizon, and we have been programmed to be safe, to what we believe based on our life experiences will keep us safe, and it's actually holding us back,
Right.
right?
I agree.
Because fear is a form of resistance. Worry, doubt, fear, big resistors. And if we spend our life in that vibration, our capacity shrinks and we can't take on what's coming and we won't even see it. It'll blow right by us or it'll it'll make us so fearful we collapse. I mean, I don't really know. But you got to admit there's changes coming to our life here that are pretty dramatic
Hmm.
compared.
They think what's going on the idiot box or something. Baby, you have not seen nothing yet. You have
I
not
know.
seen anything. I've had meditations where I've seen colors that I've never seen before.
Oh, wow. I haven't experienced that. That's cool.
I've had an out of body experience. I'll talk to you about that offline, Brains. You don't need to know everything. Uh,
I've had out of body experiences.
hey, puppy.
Yeah, that's Melvin.
That's Melvin.
Melvin says, Dan, who are you talking to?
Hi, Melvin.
I'm dog sitting this weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful. You know, and I'm telling you, the animals are aware.
They are. You know
The
that?
animals are very conscious.
Here. He doesn't want to be picked up.
Uh, yeah,
I
yeah,
I think he senses things that I don't sense.
like earthquakes,
Oh
like
yeah.
the change in the weather.
I think things that are happening that I don't even see. I
You know,
mean,
it's
I,
crazy.
I
And
don't, what
but
let me
tell me
go ahead.
about your coach. No, I want to hear a little bit about some of the trials and tribulations you've had in your coaching.
Oh, well, the main thing was just I had disillusionment with I alluded to it earlier about people in my industry talking with confidence, do these three things and you will attract money or you'll attract a
Mhm.
lover or you'll attract whatever, as if it's gospel. And
Hmm.
I think I know our collective awareness as humans It's not high enough to really understand the formula because it's not the same for everybody.
No.
The only one that knows is the higher intelligence that guides us. So that's why I steer people to connect to the present moment, which is where their inner being resides, and receive guidance and listen for it. But the trials that I went through I had my own clients. I follow up with them 1 year after they went through my program or they went through my one-on-one coaching, and they really had not achieved the results they expected to get from working with me.
And then they look at you with a side eye.
Well, actually, people are pretty kind. I didn't really get that. They said, Dan, it was great. I learned a lot. I love you. I loved working with you. But here's the honest to God truth. I'm still in a poverty situation, or I'm still without a lover, or I'm still dealing with chronic health issues. So then I started talking to my peer coaches, and they admitted the same things were going on with their clients. And then I started to think, is everything I'm teaching hooey? Why is it not working for these people? And it's because one recipe doesn't fit all. It's
Right.
because we're all unique. We all have our own unique paths going forward. You are lucky you found yours,
Hmm.
your connection to Jesus or whatever it is that you
Oh yeah,
articulate.
I'm going past Jesus.
Yeah, you're going past that. You told me that.
I'm going past that. But you know what?
What?
Maybe it was your expectation. Because see,
Oh,
that's something that I had to grapple with. Is that
definitely.
my expectation of maybe what I could deliver, what I could produce, or
Absolutely.
how that person is going to receive it? When I turned 60 and I woke up, I'm telling you, I had a epiphany. I said, you know what? I'm got more years behind me than I do in front of me. I'm gonna live my highest and greatest good. And it's all about how I process it. It's all
Mhm.
about how I receive it.
It's about what goes
Are
on.
there things that I really just don't even give a shit about? Right.
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
going to give it any energy? Am I going to do that? What am I looking for? And see, that's it, Dan.
Yeah.
People are always telling us, well, what are your goals? What are your dreams? Well, I had achieved everything that I thought I had achieved. It's asking the proper questions in the quantum field.
Exactly.
It is who, what, when, where, why, how. I deserve it. I own it. I live it. I be it. I seek it. I share it. Those are the kind of conversations. Oh, my goodness. Those are the kind of conversations that you got to have, brains. It's not about I want, I need, a sense of lack. I don't have. He doesn't. Because if you stay in that vernacular and that conversation, you cannot go anywhere else because you're stuck. And the higher source, God, universe, spirit, I call it Gus, God, universe, and spirit, will tell you exactly as he told me. I'm going to give you these pieces, or I'm going to give you instructions. Are you paying attention? Like any good student,
Right.
are you going to get an A in this class, or
Yep.
are you going to get an F?
Yep.
And it's totally up to us. And listen, always jaw jacking. We always want to talk. We always want to hear ourselves talk. You have to listen, and the voice will be so clear, and the instructions will be so clear. You don't even have to go, huh? Can you repeat it? It will be
Exactly.
cemented in your mind. Am I right, Dan?
You are absolutely right. And I've had clients of mine, people ask me, well, what were the pieces? And that's not the right question
Mm.
because the pieces that come to me are going to be different than the pieces that go to April because she's unique. She has her own experiences. She has her own journey. So you are absolutely right. Connecting to Gus and being open to receiving the answers
Yes.
is the path forward.
And
To
not
me,
manipulating them. People want it, I thought I should have got a red Mercedes instead of a blue one. God told me to get the red one, but no, I went on and got the blue one, and then the blue one broke down. You need to follow the instructions. And that's where I'm telling you, I'm honest. That's where my element of trepidation and fear come in. It's a big responsibility.
To follow those instructions? Yeah.
Um, yes, because it's uncertainty,
Well, yeah, it'll take you to
and
fearful
I
places.
have the expectation of wanting to know.
Of course. All of us are uncomfortable with uncertainty. That's where faith comes in, right?
Right.
You have to have faith that the guidance you're receiving is going to work out for you, even if it doesn't appear to, even if it really doesn't work out in the short term, there's a lesson for you to learn that's going to carry you forward.
Mhm.
And if you don't have faith and trust in that, then you're going to be throwing resistance up to the guidance you receive from Gus.
Well, again, because we live by faith, not by sight. Here we are talking on the internet. I don't see any wires.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
inhaling oxygen. I don't see anything.
Yeah,
I hear frequencies and vibrations. I don't see anything.
yeah,
I know my husband loves me. That's an emotion. That's a feeling that you get inside.
yes, of course.
It's a hunger. It's a desire. And what are the things that you truly desire? Write them down. That is
With
so powerful. Write them down and read them to yourself. I did some mirror work about 2 weeks ago. I cried like a baby.
Did you?
I just sat there and looked at myself for a good 30 minutes. That was 30 minutes. I know people that do it for an hour and a half.
So
And
what was the emotion that was flowing through you that caused you to cry? Was it gratitude?
yeah, it was gratitude, it was awareness, it was patience, it was
Okay.
discipline. But you know what the
Okay.
key factor was?
What's that?
Surrender.
Oh, excellent. Sure.
Surrender. I was having a situation out here with the city of San Diego. Now, that's like fighting the government. It is fighting the government. And I've been fighting it for 3 years. Big traffic circle, and the cars have been projecting into our homes
Oh
because
boy.
they didn't make it. And they didn't make it pretty. Three and a
Mhm.
half million dollars, and I got stamped concrete. Anyway, long story short, I said I'm gonna fight the good fight.
Okay.
I never used the word I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah.
I never said a harm word. Actually, I took him a big bunt cake with a picture with a piece of the bunt cake cut out. And I said, the only piece is missing is the perfect traffic circle. It went over. They got $10 million and they funded it. But before I did all of that, I did the groundwork. I saw what it was going to look like. I could taste it on my tongue. I could see myself cutting the ribbon. I could see myself talking to the city council members. I told them, only come to me with a can do attitude. I know what you can't do. That's make a perfect traffic circle. I want to know what you can do.
Sure.
And they came back and they did it. And Dan, I tell you, again, when you are in that manifestation mode, you've got to live it. You've got to be it. It's got to be almost like a snapshot in your mind.
Yes. Has to
And
be clear.
it was effortless. And I'm just so happy. But in that meditation, the same one when he was telling me about the pieces, he told me to surrender. And I said, surrender? This Leo does not surrender. That is not what I do, God. I don't do that well. He says, surrender. Surrender doesn't mean to give up.
Okay.
It means to just lay back, pull back. Let me handle this. I got this. We get
Yeah.
to the meeting. I pull up and I'm in the car and I'm praying, praying, praying. God said, you don't need nobody in there. You got me. You got me. And when they said they awarded $10 million to fix something, I felt like I felt on that plane going to Australia. I started watering, nose started watering, started to tremble. I felt the presence there. So it is real, brains. I would not lie to you. It is real. And the manifestation takes work. You cannot just lay on your loins and, oh, he's going to walk through the door. You have to be specific about who you want, who you hang around, and paying it forward.
Yeah.
When your cup runs it over, don't get another cup. Fill somebody else's.
Sure.
Whew, I tell you. I tell you. So, what's on the horizon for you, sir?
So that's a great question. It kind of is, it's evolving at this moment. But
Mm,
what's on the horizon for me? I want to help as many people as I can. I want to help them understand the subtle difference between manifestation and alignment.
mm,
I want to teach them to align their energy with what it is that is steering them, what it is that will guide them to their purpose, what it is that they really desire next in life and feel it deep down. Because that alignment is what brings forth what already is. Remember earlier on in this call, I said everything's already been created. It's a question of aligning your vibration with it if you want to
mm,
see it. If you want
mm.
to see it in this movie of your life, you have to get aligned. So I want to help as many people as I can. And I want to focus on simplicity. I don't want to overcomplicate it with
Right.
heavy rituals or protocols
Mm-hmm.
or, doing certain things at certain times of day. I think that's
Right.
not effective. I want it to be simple. And I really think there's three things that you have to do. And you just mentioned one of them. You have to get really clear. You have to have clarity with specificity about what it is you want. If you want love, you got to feel love.
Yes.
If you want to be healthy, you got to feel healthy. If you want money, you have to feel abundance,
Mm-hmm.
abundance of everything. You have to get in that energy. But so the first step is you have to do the work of getting clear
Mm,
what it is that you really want. And then the second step, you have to live in it with integrity.
mm.
That means you have to have coherence. You might say you really want something, but if you speak differently, if you act differently, if you don't feel in alignment with it, you're sending a mixed signal to the universe.
That's right.
Gus is going to say April doesn't know what she wants because she
Mm-hmm.
says she wants X, but she feels Y.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's about clarity, then integrity, and then you have to learn to release those things that come to us as a human experience called fear, worry, and doubt. When fear comes, you have to ask two questions. First one that I always ask is it true? What I'm afraid of, is it really true?
Right.
And if it's not, just let it go. And the second question is if it's kind of true or could be true, what am I to learn from this fear?
Mm-hmm.
It came for a reason. What am I to learn? And then learn that. And then go back to step one and revisit your clarity and your integrity, your coherence.
Right.
It's not
And
more complex.
integrity is a big $25 word,
It is.
and it's subjective. It's like the word trust.
Right.
I trust you. Trust is conditional.
Right.
A man and woman will have a relationship or marriage, and somebody steps out on the other one, and then the other one doesn't call when they're supposed to on that specific time, or they don't show up. Well, they could have ran out of gas, or the battery could have ran on the phone, ran out on the phone. Any of that could have happened, but you don't give me the opportunity to make corrective action without judging. So I don't trust you anymore because you've done this, that, or the other. It's conditional. Love, I'm going to tell you, I tell everybody, I'm a conditional lover. I'm not an unconditional lover. I'm not going to lie because
Is anybody an unconditional lover?
oh, yeah, well, they toss that out
Yeah, no,
like
I mean they
candy.
might say it, but is there
Well, there's conditions on my love because
there's
come
conditions
at
for
you
sure.
come at me sideways. We got an issue. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna surrender.
integrity and all these things, trust, they can be very complicated. But I try and simplify it. I'm talking about personal integrity. Just yourself within your control. If you say, I really desire to have more money in my life, but you walk around telling people you're broke, you're out of integrity.
Right.
It's not more complex than that. you have to really feel, because that's your message. That's your signal out to the quantum field of what it is you desire, is your feeling. The spoken word is only used to invoke the feeling.
Mm, mm, mm,
The spoken word is not understood because the English language, whatever language we speak, is not the language of the quantum field. The language of the quantum field is energy, and energy comes from the way you feel. So, are your feelings in alignment with what it is you say you desire next in your life?
mm,
And if you desire love and you're telling your friends, there's no good men out there. There's no good women out there, or I'm unlovable, or blah, blah, blah. If you're saying all things that are out of alignment with that, then you're out of personal integrity.
mm.
If you bring in other people, yeah, it gets complicated
Yeah.
because then you're dealing with expectations from two different people and two different ideas of it. So you asked me long term, where am I, what's next for me? I want to have a simple message. I want to have a message that's easy for people to follow. And I want to guide people to get connected to themselves, because themselves, which includes your human 3D body and your higher self, the combination of those two is you. That's where all the intelligence is. That's where the guidance is. You are 99.9% spirit. It's standing there with you 24 by 7,
Mm.
always ready to help you. You just got to figure out how to listen to it.
I've been able to really tap into, I go to a very private, highbrow meeting. They're called Group of 12. And
Group of 12.
Group
Hmm?
of 12.
Sounds
And
very
yeah, and it's up
elite.
at UCSD. And
Okay.
it's people from the Salk Institute come in, the highest and greatest, smartest people in the world, from metaphysics to science research, they all come, and it's a brown bag lunch, but you have to be invited. Uh, and I'm the only piece of pepper in the salt shaker. And I've been the only piece of pepper there for I've been going, what, 17, 18 years.
Oh, wow.
And that's fine, but I'm gonna bring the heat. I bring the smoke when I come. I'm gonna ask the questions, and everybody's eyes pop up. But it is a cultural awareness that we are more alike than we are different.
Yes, that is so true.
And so I go and I pick up great insight and information on what's going on with our bodies and how we are changing things through quantum physics at our genomics and at
Yes.
the nuclear and at the cellular level.
Yep.
Brains, you can change and enhance your DNA. You can enhance that. And we had a really deep conversation on, transgenders and how that is very real. You can't be born with two X's and a Y, or two Y's and an X. And things and so people want to judge these individuals and think that it's trendy. Some it may be, but this is a real situation. This is a part of the change of civilization. I don't know, we might make love wiggling our noses. You don't know what is in store for us. So be open to possibilities. Be open to conversations. Don't be so closed off, so negative, so mean and spiteful. You are just denying yourself. I have always been inquisitive since I was a child. My mother would say, you don't ask that. I said, well, how am I going to get the answer if I don't ask? Teach me how to ask the question properly, and
Right.
then teach me how to process the information once I get it. So I think that's why Gus said, I'm going to give you all the pieces. I'm going to see what you do with them, and then I will let you put the puzzle together. And it is working for me. And I have great people like you, Dan Hoover. I really love talking to you. I really, really do. Next time I come to Utah, I'm coming to the retreat. I'm coming to see you because I got to be in the room.
That
Uh,
would be great.
yeah, because you got to feel this, brains. This is not superficial. This is not something that you buy off the shelf,
No.
you know? And we've invested a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy. We've been around the biggest and the brightest. I mean, again, I've been in the room with Tony, walked on fire with Tony. I don't need to do that no more. I've done that. Zig
I hear you.
Ziglar, Wayne Dyer, Martha Beck, Lisa Nichols, just people that just really get into your mind. And that's what you need to do. Everything else will, once you get your head together, everything else just falls in line.
It does.
It just falls in line. The money will come. I told myself one time I was broke as a joke. Wrote myself a check, put the check in my purse. About 6 months later, I got a check for 12 times that amount from a company that I hadn't worked for in 20 years.
Oh my goodness.
And I wrote myself a letter. I wrote a letter to my money. And I said, I'm going to put this check in here, and this is how you make me feel, and put all the emotions down on paper. Turned the piece of paper over, and money wrote me back. My hand was going like this. I couldn't stop writing.
Wow.
I could not stop writing. I've had some powerful experiences, Brain. So, I know this stuff is real. This
Yeah.
is not, again, this is just not for shit and giggles. It ain't cute. We're trying to take you to the next level. We're extending a hand now, whether you want to grab it. Everybody's different. Like Dan said, we're all unique. And you'll get it when you get it. We all didn't learn to roller skate and ride a bike at the same time. But you get it when you get it. But you only get it if you truly want it. Right, Dan?
That's correct.
So how can they want some more of you? How do they get in contact with you?
Well, there's a couple ways they can, but the easiest way, I believe, to discover who I am and what I'm about and what I offer is to go to a web page. And that web page, I put it in the chat for you, April, but it's Quantum Results dash links, links, Quantum Results, one word, dash links.com. And you'll find information about me. You'll discover how to get a hold of me. If there's enough information in there that you can discover pretty quickly what I'm all about.
Well, I'm telling you, we done had a double dose. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to link this interview with the previous one. And I'm just so glad that I had this opportunity to share with you because my heart is palpitating. When you are in alignment and you are on the same frequency as people that are going in the same direction as you, you can't help but be elevated. You are what you eat. You are who you hang around.
That's true.
And so I tell my daughter that all the time. Don't be hanging around those sloppy seconds.
Nope.
That's not it. And everybody wants something different. Some
That's right.
people want money. Some people want love. Some people just want peace of mind.
Yeah. That's right.
So you don't have to have this big grandiose wish list of things.
No, you do not.
As Dan says, you can make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple.
Exactly.
And as Jim Rohn always says, you become the 5 people you hang around with most.
That's right. That's right. And my circle is small.
Mine's getting smaller every year.
Yeah, it's getting smaller.
And at the same time, I get happier.
Right. And the richness and the fullness of the individuals. But before we close, I love to ask these questions. I got to ask you some fun questions.
Oh, okay.
All right. If you're an appliance in the kitchen, what appliance would you be and why?
Appliance in the kitchen. I think I'd be a blender because I really enjoy mixing it up.
Blender. I get a lot of blenders. You know what I would be?
What?
I'd be the garbage can.
You would?
Yes. Have you seen the new high-end garbage cans?
I have not.
Oh, they're quite the thing. Yes, but see, I want to be the place where you dispose of what no longer serves you.
Oh, the place of release.
That's right. I want to be the place that you're able to recycle.
Oh, I like that.
I want to be the place that you take out often and regularly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll be the garbage can.
Okay. That's good.
What animal, spirit animal do you align with?
I think it's a bird. And I believe it's an owl.
I love owls. Me too.
I believe it's an owl. I live in an area where we have several great horned owls, and
Ooh,
I just think they're so majestic. And there's definitely a spirit about them. They're so spiritual.
and their head goes 360
Yeah, right.
so that you can see it from, yep, you can see it from all angles,
Yep.
all angles.
But there's something about them that I align with. It just feels at home when they're nearby.
If you were a car, what kind of car would you be?
If I was a car, oh my goodness. I'm not really a car guy, but if I was a car, I think I'd be I think I'd be a Camaro.
Oh,
I'd be a 1972 Camaro SS.
oh, shoot. That's got some horsepower.
It's got some sex appeal, it's got some
Mhm.
horsepower, it's got some history, it's got nostalgia for me. I had a good friend in high school that had one, and I always wanted to have one. I
Hmm,
think someday I probably will. But yeah, that's what I
absolutely.
would be. It's
I
a,
would be a 1968 VW van bus.
oh, that's so cool.
I would want it painted with some flowers on the side.
Yeah.
I want a mattress in the back. I want a hookah pipe. I want a fine brother with a big old afro. I want to be listening to some Jimi Hendrix. I'm there, okay? I'm there.
Yeah. You
I'm
could take that.
absolutely there.
It's 1968, so you could take it to Woodstock in
I
60.
can take it to Woodstock, okay? And what happens in Woodstock stays in Woodstock.
Yes, yes, it will. Hey, that's cool. I like that idea.
Now, if you could time travel, go back to the
Hmm.
past,
Hmm.
stay here in the present,
Hmm.
project to the future, where are you landing?
I'd be in the present. I think you and I were born to be here now,
Mhm.
to witness the transformation that the human species is going through,
Yep.
that society's going through. I think it's an exciting time. Is it full of drama and problems and chaos? Yes. But isn't it going to be cool to watch how all of that
Mm, mm, mm.
stabilizes, transitions to the next level, transitions to something new? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm not trying to predict that. I just feel it in my bones that we are
Mhm.
here because this is a unique time in human history. And we are here. We chose to be here to witness it. So I don't want to be in the future because I don't want to miss what's going to happen. I really don't want to go in the past because that's done.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. I really appreciate the present because I want to see what's going on, but I am totally a space cadet.
Oh, really? So
Oh
next time
yeah.
we talk, we should talk about extraterrestrials.
We'll talk about extraterrestrials and we'll also talk about astro travel because
Oh, cool.
I've
I
had
love that.
I've had some guests on my show that have done that and it's just like wow, you know. So in closing, what do you
Yes,
want your legacy to be? How do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a man of integrity, a man who is thoughtful, a relatively deep thinker, but not a complicated thinker. And to me, that's a recipe for making a difference. And I'm not looking for fame. I'm not looking to make a difference in a huge way, but I just have a feeling it might come my way because I think we're all here now being prepared for what's to prepare us for what's next, and we're all going to have a role to play in it. So my legacy, someone who showed up with integrity and helped people in any way that he could.
And carried a blender in the Camaro.
And yeah, he's got a Camaro with a blender on the dashboard, and
Absolutely.
he hustles through life and rumbles through life and mixes it up.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your love, your light, your wisdom with me again. Come back anytime. I told you I'm coming to Utah again, and I'm
When
going
you
to
come.
definitely be in. I'm gonna be in the room with you. Okay, Brains. I need you to go in, love, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, love, like, share, subscribe, and rewind. Listen to this again. Take your time. Take it all in. Don't overthink it. It's really not that complicated, but you got to want it. And you got to want to know what it is that you want. And then you have to act on it. Okay? So I love you all from the bottom of my socks because my heart just isn't deep enough. I'll talk to you soon. Bye,
Thank you
Dan.
for letting me be here, Brains. It's been my pleasure, April.